Marvin, a bit disappointing after the last couple of games?
Yeah, it's disappointing to take this game in isolation. It's disappointing because, all the possession we had, we were unable to break them down. First I have to congratulate them on what they did and sitting behind it. But yeah, as I said, we kind of knew the game we were going into. And we're just unable to break them down. I think, a little bit of that was through desire. Regan puts a few fantastic balls in and we have to be trying to get on the end of it. It can't just be Paul who's trying to get in there and get his head on the end of things or his boot on the end of things. Then Gavin puts a fantastic one on, in the box when we've got two strikers on the pitch and, it goes straight through to their goalkeeper. It shouldn't be happening. But yeah, listen, it's disappointing. As I said, a lot of possession, but we're just unable to really find a spark in that final third.
Harvey Walker as well in first half, first 10 minutes or so, he had about 3 chances that he was putting into the box too. Yeah,
exactly. As you said, he's getting into good areas and then firing across the face of the goal, and we just didn't really click, did it, in the final third at all. But listen, as I said, that they're creating the chances, but we had to put one of them back in the back of the net today, and then at the other end, I don't think they really tested Gordon at all. I don't know if he had a shot to save. So that's the thing. It is disappointing, but we have to learn from it. This is going to happen again during the season, so you have to find a way.
They did make it very difficult because at several points in the game they had absolutely everybody back behind the ball. Yeah,
but that's football. So find a way. We've got enough creative players out there, to do that. Again, it's not a surprise what they were doing. We knew they were going to do it, and they did it well against Queen's Park as well. But as I said, you have to find a way. Take excuses away from it. Take away what they're doing. We have to find a way. And with that amount of ball in the final third, we must be able to create something. And as I said, that's really the disappointing thing, because did their goalie have to pull off too many saves? Probably not. So up until the 18-yard box, it's fine doing all that other stuff. But we have to be able to put the ball in the back of the net when we're putting it in the box.
And then when it comes to penalties as well,
I just said there, it's a lottery, but it's a lottery we're always losing, isn't it? So it's not that. Listen, Gav hit a fantastic penalty, or 2 penalties against Motherwell, and listen, his penalty saved today. It happens. It's one of those things. It happens. I'm not worried about the penalty. I'm worried about the 90 minutes, or I'm going to concentrate on the 90 minutes rather, and find a way of how we break teams down, and we need to learn from today.
Qualifying, probably next to nothing now, but still something very much to play for next week. Yeah, of course.
You're playing for shirts, aren't we? Because after that game, it's the last League Cup game, then it's the league campaign. There's always something to play for. We need to go and win that game and see where it takes us. And finish with a good performance and a performance where we stick to the game plan. I felt a couple of times today we came away from that. I think we were having too many touches at times, and we weren't moving it. What we had spoken about. Switches of play, and we need to do it because you can't afford to come off script, because that's what's happened. You don't get that spark in the final third.
It's been 3 different kind of games so far. What about Queen's Park? What will you expect from them?
Well, they're a possession dominant team, aren't they? That they play from the back. Try and play through the lines. That they're extremely good on the ball, and they'll wait for an opportunity and then try and penetrate. So we have to be switched on. We'll start working on that from tomorrow. But yeah, listen, we need to go out into that game with a game plan to execute it, and then when we get chances, we need to put them away.
We know what Rui Payton can do. At least 2 tonight.
I think he scored 4 in the end, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah.
It was 2 the last I looked.
Yeah. Listen, Rory has been here, but he's not their only danger. We have to take care of ourselves. Obviously, it's 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games for us, and that needs to continue. Going into the next one. Listen, we're well aware of what Rory can do, but also there are other players. No team's a one-man team. So we'll be concentrating on everything that they can do attacking wise, and again, the flip side of that is how can we penetrate their goal.
And the main focus will obviously be your own team.
Yeah, of course, always is my own team. And that's setting us up in a way that gives us the best opportunity to win the game. So that's what we'll really be working on.
Without Craig McGuffey after his red card tonight.
Yeah, I need to see that back again. Because at the time I thought it was Effie who'd been sent off because Effie was the last man. So, again, it happened so quickly. But I think there was a lot of people who were shocked. But that happens sometimes in football. I need to see it back, really, to have an opinion on what's happened there. Because for me, initially, I didn't think it was a red card. I was actually quite shocked. But again, I've been wrong before, and I could be wrong again.
That's 2 red cards in the last 2 games, and obviously Harry was suspended tonight as well. it's not really what you're wanting, and
No.
the squad's so small.
No, it's not what you're needing. But again, you know, Kyle's 2 bookings. Well, they both bookings really. You know, the first one he wins the ball. The second one, you know, the player's very, very clever. There's no contact, but referee all day long, you're going to book somebody for that. So no qualms about that one. And then today, you know, I need to see it back, because you know, there's probably a couple of other decisions that happened in the game. You know, the Harvey one on the halfway line, where I'm like, I have no idea what's happened here. So you know, I need to see it back. And listen, if it's a mistake made by the referee, we all make mistakes. You know, players make mistakes, managers make mistakes, and so do referees. So no, it's not about the referee, but you know, I need to see it back.
You talked about Effie Ambrose. Mm-hmm. You brought him in today.
Yeah.
Most people will know what he can bring, but
yeah.
From your point of view, what will he bring to the side?
Well, you know, you saw what he brought today. There's a calmness about him that's after one day's training. But it's vitally important that we have an extremely young group here. And, you know, we needed an older player, and I was looking for an older player. And it's probably been sped up a little bit because of, you know, Kyle being suspended and Jack being injured. So, yeah, listen, he brings a lot on the pitch, but he also brings a lot off the pitch. You know, he's already in with the young players yesterday, and he's speaking to them about defending and certain different things, and he commands respect because of what he's done in the game. You know, so yeah, Effie will bring a lot for us on the pitch, but also off of it. As I say, we always speak about pathways and developing young players. Having somebody like that who's done all that he has, you know, it's absolutely massive for a club like ourselves.